Cora Marie was born on Christmas Eve, 2017. She was 5 years old and already had a personality bigger than the room. She wanted to be a doctor and a mama when she grew up. She gave her baby brother pretend checkups. She knew everything about Princess Sophia. She had a laugh that people who heard it have never forgotten. Dawson came in the fall of 2019. Bold brown eyes, unusually generous for a toddler, always willing to share his things with others. He loved trucks, dinosaurs, Paw Patrol, and anything that moved. An old soul in a small body. Callan was born in May 2022. He was the easy one. He fell into the rhythm of the family without missing a beat. They called him Happy Callan. Patrick said Lindsay loved her children fiercely and never once took her frustrations out on them. Her mother-in-law, Susan Clancy, described her as fun-loving and always smiling. Her sister Allison said Lindsay was the kind of person who showed up, for birthdays, for hard days, for ordinary Tuesdays. She wrote handwritten notes. She always found the right words. By every measure, this was a family that had everything ahead of them. And then something changed. Not because of a stranger, not because of anything that came from outside, but because of something that had been quietly building inside Lindsay for months. When Dawson was born in the fall of 2019, something shifted in Lindsay, and the people closest to her noticed. In the days that followed the birth, she was not simply recovering. She was running. Not literally, not yet, but mentally and emotionally. She was moving at a speed that did not match what her body had just been through. She had bursts of intense energy. She cleaned obsessively. She described feeling amazingly on top of things. Her thoughts raced. She kept herself in constant motion, as if stopping meant something would catch up with her. Patrick noticed. The family noticed. But at the time, no one had a name for what they were seeing. Then, around 2 months after Dawson's birth, the energy disappeared. What replaced it was anxiety, quiet at first, then harder to ignore. A psychiatrist offered medication. Lindsay declined. She was still breastfeeding and did not want to take that risk. Instead, she managed on her own terms. She leaned on exercise, nutrition, therapy, and sleep. She was disciplined about it. And it worked. The symptoms faded. Life moved forward. Dawson grew. The family settled back into its rhythm. From the outside, it looked like a rough patch that had passed. But here is what no one understood at the time. Not Lindsay, not Patrick, not any of the providers she had briefly consulted. What the family had just witnessed was not simply a rough postpartum adjustment. The surge of energy, the racing thoughts, the crash into anxiety, those were warning signs of something deeper, something that had not gone away, something that was simply waiting. As one expert would later put it, these were not small quirks.